Welcome, everyone, to an exciting broadcast of college basketball here on 2K Sports. Some great action in store tonight, seeing some of the best and brightest young players on the hardwood.
Ready to go?
This is Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg. It's the Michigan Wolverines and the Texas Longhorns.
And you know, guys, we go back many years broadcasting college games, and it never gets old. Every big-time player makes a name for themselves at the college level, and we could see that again on display here tonight.
Well, with a guy like Freak suiting up, you know that there are going to be scouts watching his every move, but you look at the roster of both of these teams, and they're really loaded with talent.
On the court for Michigan, they've got Smith. Ellis is out there with Jones. Then there's Flash, and it's Crawford at the 2 spot.
And with Freak, he takes a lot of pride in where he hails from. Didn't grow up with a silver spoon in his hand by any means, and his family cheers him on from Harlem.
And, Greg, you can see it in this game. I mean, we're all a product of where we've been, our environment, our experiences. And with Freak, he doesn't take anything for granted. Some of the very best players of all time have come from the projects like Freak, and he takes pride in playing for Harlem when he's on the court.
Now here's Freak, guarded closely. That's good from 17 feet away.
Well, in Texas, the Longhorns are known for their football history, actually all over the country. They have an impressive basketball alumnus list, too, though. A lot of pros have come out of Texas.
Now here is Smith, passes it to Ellis. It's good, the assist that time from Smith.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points.
Freak with it. Feeds to Ford. Pulls up on the wing, and another hit. Shot made once more from Freak. Freak's got his second basket of the game. Michigan with the ball. Here's Flash. Screen by Smith. Outside Jones. Kicks it out to Crawford. Here's Smith. And there's another one for the Wolverines.
And a big height advantage right there.
You know, it's tough to bring a big man that far away from the goal, but that might be a mismatch they're willing to live with.
And out of bounds as the Wolverines gain possession.
A temporary lapse of focus from him on that turnover. It's embarrassing, but on occasion it does happen.
Both teams will make substitutions. Stevenson outside. Now the dish to Cunningham. Now here's Stevenson. Pass to Cunningham. 6 on the shot clock. Puts it up from 12. Cannot hit. Texas trails by 3.
You know, so often we can forget that these players are student athletes. I mean, Freak does not have that problem. He's an amazing student off the floor and is very dedicated in the classroom.
And how about Freak with a 4.0 GPA, an honor student in high school, and has carried that same work ethic to college as well as he prepares for his games. He truly embodies what it means to be a student athlete.
Freak, he's in at shooting guard. He's out there with Edwards, and it's Warwick in at the 4. And for the Wolverines, Taylor is out there with Cunningham, and it's Knight in at the shooting guard. And it's Freak missing.
And you look at the long list of former players from the University of Michigan, a lot of big-name NBA players got their start as Wolverines. It's been that way for a long time. No question he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was out.
And so it's a close. And we welcome you back to college basketball here on 2K Sports as we get ready to get going for the second half of play.
Guys, we had a tight game through the first half. I think we'll see more of the same coming out of the break.
And it's just going to take one big run for one of these teams to establish control. If Freak can get hot, his team has a great chance of coming away with the victory.
Freak in at point guard. Also Ellis out there. Turner is out there with Doherty. And it's Ford in at the power forward. The Wolverines leading by 5 on the court for Michigan. Jones is out there with Ellis. And there's Flash. Then it's Smith. And it's Crawford at the 2 guard. Nice shot by Smith. Smith's gone 2 of 3 from the floor.
You know, sometimes you can see how a player can lead on the floor from the sidelines, and you see that with Freak. I mean, he's got the skills and athleticism as a point guard in addition to the leadership, too.
And, guys, people often underestimate just how important leadership is. You know, there's no stat for that. But guys like Chris Paul and Steph Curry have incredible skill, but their leadership on the floor is equally as important. Freak is a floor general in their mold.
Screen by Ellis. Here's Flash. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Kicks it to Jones. Beyond the arc. Again, the miss by Jones. The Texas Longhorns have been building their basketball program over the years. They have been on the verge of greatness for a long time.
I think Texas in general is very decorated in its athletics program. I mean, still looking for their first college basketball championship on the men's side is what they're reaching for.
Crawford outside. Smith in the posts. Turner covering. And once again off the mark by Michigan. Texas trails by 5.
And while the Longhorns don't have any college titles in men's basketball, they have yet to even make it to the final game of the tournament. You get the feeling it's just a matter of time.
Freak offline with his 3.
Well, he's building a house with those bricks. I mean, one reason is he keeps trying to force it up when he's defended well. Move the ball, share the sugar.
Smith dishes to Crawford. Outside, Jones. It's Ellis on the wing. He's guarded by Ellis. A floater. Count that one. Ellis has got the lead up to 7 now for the Wolverines. Now, Freak. Outside, Davis. There's Freak. And he's good on the 3 ball.
Well, you know, the Longhorns have won a lot of conference titles over the years. Their conference isn't known as a basketball power, though. The school loves their athletics, and they are intent on having a strong basketball team.
And you see a lot of players who are very talented play with a me-first approach. That is not the case with Freak. He doesn't try and attract any unnecessary attention and just focuses on playing his game.
Yeah, I like that about him, Greg. I mean, in a day and age where most guys are self-centered and it's all about me, it's refreshing for a player like Freak who doesn't invite that kind of noise. I mean, that's as impressive as his skill set.
Freak in a 2 guard. Davis is out there with Hudson. Then there's Edwards. And it's Rush in at the small forward. And here's Banks. Over to the left wing. To the paint. Here's Knight. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. And Michigan leads by 4.
I like the fact that he led his teammate right to the ideal spot. You don't always throw it to your teammate. You throw it to where he needs to be.
Here's Freak. And again, it's Texas converting.
Heat buckets, and we know he delivers down the stretch.
Michigan with the ball. So Michigan ends up going with the new group. There's 1:38 left to play here in the second half. And the pass to Flash. Back to Smith. Rebounded by Ellis. And so it's Texas with it. A 2-point game. He dishes it to Freak. To tie it up. Bullseye. Freak's got 9 points here in the second half.
One thing with Freak that we know is he makes sure he gets his shots up no matter what. One way or another, he's going to get his workout in, and that's why so many are confident that he'll continue to improve.
Part of it is that he has a twin sister who actually taught him how to play ball. She helped him develop his game and become the player he is today. Pretty nice to have a sibling willing to help you develop your skill set on the court.
Here's Flash. Here's Smith. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. It's going to be on Miles Turner.
And they had a foul to give, but you want to use it on the ground.
Yeah, I agree with you there, but at least they did get the clock stopped. That is the one saving grace of that situation. Even with the miss, he got the big one there to put him in front.
Here's Freak. Here's Turner, and lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
And they had a foul to give, but you want to use it on the ground.
Yeah, I agree with you there, but at least they did get the clock stopped. That is the one saving grace of that situation.
And so he's good on both free throws, and that gives them the lead.
And that's how you do it. Free throws can make a huge difference in a tight game.
There's 47 seconds left here in the second half of the game. Flash passes to Smith. Nice move. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Had a foul to give there, but he'd rather not have it cost your team points.
I agree. I mean, he would have been better off using it on the floor and not on the shot. But the foul had to come either way, so it is what it is.
We can probably expect to see him slow it down now.
Yeah, you got the lead. Burn some clock here.
Smart move.
Yep.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Freak with it. Just 5 to shoot. 3-pointer. And it's Michigan with the rebound.
Oh, that's a tough 3-point try when you've got the defense right there.
Well, he'd have to be really good to knock down a shot like that against that kind of defense.
So the Longhorns win it. That was a fun night of basketball and fabulous finishes. Clark, they continued to wait out until the very last moment to seal.
Yep, and it might not be the way a coach would have drawn it up or wanted it to end, but these fans loved it.
Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching this presentation of college basketball here on 2K Sports.